So, I want to talk a little bit about the conversations that I have with many business owners where they come to me, and the conversation generally goes that they want to invest in a property, in a business, or some kind of a stock or investment where they're going to get a high rate of return on their money. And it's not a bad thing to do this, but I'll always tell them the biggest asset and the best investment for them is always their business. Now, it's not always the case. Depending on the type of business you have, maybe there's a threshold where you cannot make more than $100,000. And if that's the case, you have a couple options. Number one is to see if there's any way to be more profitable or to expand your business. And number two is to look into other avenues where you might make more money. Now, if you are a business owner where you see more opportunity with your business and you're looking to get a higher rate of return on your money, generally speaking, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to tell my clients that take a look at where you were. Were you making $20,000, $25,000, maybe even $10,000 the first year you started your business? And where are you now? If it's a few years down the road, a lot of times they're close to six figures or they're in the mid six figures and their business has grown tremendously. And if that's the case, I always tell people your business is going to be your biggest investment. So investing in yourself and in your business is going to get you the highest rate of return. Now, it's not a bad idea to go and invest in other things. Have your money diversified. But if you're looking to get the highest rate of return as a business owner, you need to look at yourself and your business and how you can increase your profitability and your margins and grow your business. And a lot of people miss this because they get so caught up in the idea that they're able to get a 15, 20, 30, 40, 50% rate of return by just finding the right opportunity. But in reality, their business is going to be increasing and giving them a return of over 40%. And I see this time and time again. Now, a lot of people miss this, and it's no fault of their own. But what you need to look at is the amount your business has grown and the amount of potential that you have. And before you go taking on a lot of risk in other investments that you may not understand, if you're a business owner, your business and your knowledge is your biggest asset. And I've had this conversation time and time again where they don't look at it that way, where if they could invest this time and money into their business, they're going to get a higher rate of return than some speculative investment or opportunity that they're looking at. And it's not a bad thing to look at other investments. Having a diversified portfolio is important. But as a business owner, investing in a mentor, investing in knowledge, investing in your business and employees can be a much, much smarter and more safe way to increase your wealth. Now, there's a few ways to do this, and I just touched on a couple of them. Number one is to have a coach. Having a coach has increased my success tenfold. If you can find the right person to coach you on your industry and what you do to increase your knowledge and your specialization on what you're doing within your business, it is beyond profitable for you and your future. Now, number two is to have mentors because you are a product of the five people that you're closest with. And I do that in my own life. I'm not preaching something that I don't do. I have mentors across the country that I can call, I can bounce ideas off of, and I can ask them, hey, how did you achieve this success? How did you overcome this problem? And work together in order to become more profitable and achieve more success. And you can also do it by, reading books that are tailored to your industry and what you're trying to achieve. And putting the time and effort into these things will increase your investment of time and money tenfold. Now, say you're doing all of this and it's growing and you're doing well. Yes, you can look at other investments, whether it's a portfolio, whether it's a real estate property, it's acquiring a new business, it's taking a chance on things. But if you want the most secure investment, it's going to be yourself and your business, making sure that that foundation is solid. There's all these things that you can do, but you need to have the mindset and know that as a business owner, what you do and what you know and what you're putting into your business is going to be your greatest asset over time. And that's part of what I tell people is how much do you know about this investment that you're looking into that might be a 25% rate of return or might double your money? How much do you know about this? And a majority of the time, the answer I get is I don't know too much, but I'm looking into it and I'm going to find out. And that's fine. But if you could get a higher rate of return by investing more into your business and yourself, by getting more books, by bringing on a new coach, by going to seminars, by going to training sessions, that might be a more advantageous way to grow your wealth. With that being said, I talked about it a little bit earlier, where maybe you're in an industry, you have to take a look at where your money's coming from. Is your business growing the way it needs to? Are you in an industry that has a lot of potential? Where is your money coming from? Are you making more money from a place that is outside of your business? And if you can break this down and find out where your greatest opportunity is, then you can focus on that. And maybe it's not your business. Maybe you need to make a shift, and maybe you need to look at something else that's going to be a lot more profitable for you, and that's totally fine. But the majority of the time when I'm speaking one-to-one with business owners, whether it's in trades, technology, or it's in investing, whatever it is, whatever the industry is, 9 out of 10 times when I speak with these people, they don't think about the fact on their business growing and how much it's grown over the years and how much it could grow. So you have to take a step back. You have to put the numbers on a piece of paper, and you have to go through it and realize that investing in yourself is the biggest opportunity that you can have. And it's unfortunate that a lot of people miss this, and that's why I wanted to make a video on it. Is before you start looking at other avenues for increasing your wealth or investing, take a look at what you're doing right now and how you could increase your profit margins, how you could grow your business, and the things that you could do today that are going to be a much more safer option than putting money in a place that you don't fully understand. And so it's just a quick video I wanted to make for you guys because I see this all the time and I wanted to touch on it, where too many people overlook the fact that their business is where they should be putting their time and money first. And once they have that completely locked down, then they can start looking at other places. So I hope this video helps. It's a quick video just to be a reminder, and I'm sure that most of you have heard this before, but from my experience, a lot of people forget. So take a look at your personal business and your finances, see where you can improve, what type of coaches, what type of partnerships that you can create, and what type of information you can learn in order to grow your business before you start looking at other avenues. So thank you guys for watching. If there's anything else you'd like me to touch on, feel free to let me know in the comments below, and have a great day.